Hey guys, it's Rosalind, and I'm back today to talk to you a little bit more about marketing online, using the internet, using blogs, using websites, and things like that. And what I wanted to cover today um, is a topic that sometimes people get confused, and it's about the difference between a website and a blog. And I get asked that sometimes because part of what I do is I'll design websites and I design blogs and things like that as part of a portion of my online business. And so sometimes when I ask people, are you looking to do a blog or do you want a website? And they actually think it's the exact same thing. So what I wanted to do today was kind of clarify for those of you who are not sure of what the difference is, what the differences might be for you, so that it can help you determine whether or not you need a blog or a website. Well, we already know that you need one or the other, okay? You definitely want to have some sort of a web presence outside of social media. Yeah, we know when we get into social media, that's another whole thing that we'll be talking about. But yeah, you definitely want that. But in addition to that, you want to have something that you are able to totally put yourself out there, put your product out there, put your services out there in the way that you want it to be portrayed to other people. So let's first talk about websites. People who use websites are in every type of business. So the kind of business that you're portraying, or that you're marketing, doesn't really matter. How you want to use that site is what's going to make the difference. If you have a website, generally it's going to be around 5 pages. Now, websites can be anywhere from 1 page to 100 pages, but generally a basic, simple website is going to be about 5 pages, and it's going to have, of course, your home page, your about page, your contact page, a page about your products or services or whatever else that you want to talk about. The thing about a website is that once that website is done, very few changes are ever made to it, okay? So in other words, you might want to just have a place that's almost like a magazine spread, right? In other words, this website is going to give images, pictures, get people to know and see exactly what it is that you're offering, whether it's yourself as being a service that you offer for sewing, cooking, cleaning, whatever your service might be, internet things, whatever, or whatever your product is. That website basically is going to say, this is a place where people can go and find out exactly what it is that I do that can help them. Okay, if you charge a certain amount for certain services, then of course that's going to go on your website. Whatever it is, if you have samples of, say for instance, you're a chef or you are a caterer and you've got samples of some of your dishes and things like that, then of course you put pictures of that. So this is just like having a 5-page magazine spread where people go. It very rarely changes. Now, it doesn't mean that they can't change, but what usually happens for customers that I've done websites for, if they don't have somebody in-house, they have to hire me to maintain these sites for them. They have to hire me every time they want to make a change. So usually what I end up doing is just going into their corporation and training somebody there to be able to keep that website up. But as far as major changes, there are very few changes that happen on a website. And so what ends up happening too is that websites quite often don't rank as quickly or as high in the search engines as do blogs and social media sites, things like that. But especially blogs, simply because once I tell you how blogs work, you'll understand what the difference is. Because one of the things that gets your rankings up is when people are consistently visiting your site. Now, if you've got an extremely popular website and you've got hundreds of people that are going to visit that website every day to get the same information, then that might help. But here's the deal. Once they've got the information, there's really no need for them to continue to come back to a website, because the information that you have on there is the same information that was on there last week, last month, last year. Like I said, unless you've got a change of menu, if you're a restaurant and you change your menu ever so often, or whatever your service is, you might do some updates here and there now and then. But it's not something that's consistently changing. So once a person actually goes to a website and gets the information that they need, they're pretty much done with that site. And yes, you may get a new customer and you may get somebody that will visit it periodically, but once they've checked it out and gotten what they need, that's pretty much the end of that. With a blog, on the other hand, you can set blogs up Excuse my dogs, they're down there going at it. But anyway, you can set blogs up that look a lot like websites, but they function a little bit differently, because what a blog is something. You guys stop. My little puppies, I have to show them to you. You want to get on camera? Anyway, I guess not right now. But anyway, what a blog is something that's going to evolve constantly. I mean, every single day, a blog can change. And when you're writing on a blog, people know that they can come back to that blog and find new information, new articles, new videos. You know, it's something that's constantly evolving, constantly growing, constantly changing. And so you'll find that if you have a blog, it's more of an interaction with you and your clients. Now, you may not have the kind of business where you have time to do that sort of interaction, or you want to even set it up that way. But just so you understand, depending on your business, depending on your business model, a blog will definitely get you out there more often. It will get your visitors, it will get not necessarily just your visitors, but new people consistently coming to your blog, because every single day you can write a new blog post, right? And that new blog post can be around a certain keyword that has something to do with your business, right? And so that's going to continue to bring them back. Let me give you an example of what I mean. I used to work a business, Mary Kay, loved it, many years ago, okay? And I had a company site, okay, for Mary Kay, and it has all of the products on it and things like that. Even back then, yes, they did have a website. And people could go there to see what it is, what the products were that we have to offer. Now, if I were to set up a blog for let's say beauty tips or skincare, you know, that kind of thing, whatever products that I wanted to promote or market, I could write a blog post about every single product. And I don't have to write it just one time about the products. In other words, I can do video demonstrations, and I can do before and afters. I can let people watch me start from scratch to being all made up. And one of these days I'm going to do that if I ever get the guts to let you guys see me without all this. But anyway, but that's the way it works. With a blog, you can consistently talk about it. If you've got a product that's good for weight loss or health and wellness, that kind of thing, then you pull the individual products out and you talk about the individual products, and you have a different blog post every single day that's centered around, you know, different products within your company. And so that's not something that you generally would do on a website. You put the information on the website one time and it's there, and people, of course, can go and see it, but it's not like a living, breathing type of site as a blog is, that you continuously keep up to date. A blog is more like a journal, or like a daily newspaper, you know, daily magazine, let's put it that way, something that you're writing to every single day that keeps people up to date on what your topic is that you're talking about. So whatever the topic of your blog is can be the same topic as a website. The only difference is you're drawing people in because you're interacting with them every day. So hopefully that kind of gave you a little bit of clarity on the difference in a website and a blog, and whether or not you would like to use a blog or a website for your business. I can tell you, for me, any type of business that you're doing online, you definitely want to have a blog, because you want to be able to interact with people. You want to be able to keep it in front of the audience as much as you possibly can. And with a blog, you're able to do that. So that's my recommendation. Again, it depends on what your product is, and it depends on your model of business, you know, how you want to conduct your business. But I just think if you're somebody, especially if you're in network marketing or internet marketing, that kind of thing, you definitely want to make sure that you've got something where you're constantly able to put content out there that people can come back and glean from. Okay? Hope that helped, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye for now. Have a great day.